the lake with chemicals. I understand, on a small scale we say it's nothing. It's just pesticides. But here go the lake. Here goes the lake. See people fishing in here a lot. Hey, what was that you were spraying?
Weed killer?
Weed killer? I noticed you had the gloves on. Was it poisonous?
No, it's just I have to do it. It's
of course it's poisonous though.
Yeah. Well, it's Tribune. It's weed killer.
Yeah.
Like Roundup.
Poisonous. Hodgkin's and all that stuff.
I don't know about that.
We don't know, but
You're down the road, you never know. 20 years later, they're gonna say, "Well, this causes this."
Yeah. Earth gave us water, right?
Yeah.
And we learned how to drink water from the water we got. From the earth. And we learn how to do things. We see squirrels playing with each other like our kids play with each other. We see trees grow. We see all this stuff, man, and we just destroy it.
Well, if I didn't spray it, the weeds would take over everything. We wouldn't even see that water.
That's what I was going to say next, for a visual appearance.
Yeah.
We do it for our own.
Not just that. I want to tell you, I've been here when this has been up and down. Weeds infested, cattails, they come out here and they pull them all out, get rid of them. More animal life come when there's no weeds or cattails in the pond. You don't see no birds, no nothing, because I guess they're all afraid of alligators. I don't know. But you get all these white birds. When there was cattails in here, the birds wouldn't even go in the water to bathe themselves. They were like, "Oh, great, we got rid of all these things." Now they're down there cleaning themselves and all. You can watch them. You can see them doing it.
I watch them. I watch them every day. It's just sad, man. I see it.
Like over there, if they don't keep that sprayed, that just gets covered with cattails, the pond.
Every action has a reaction. And of course you had gloves on for a reason, so I just was curious.
Well, I have to.
Right.
It's called PPE, personal protective gear.
Oh yeah, I'm very familiar with it. I make sure my guys are safe when they go to work.
If I had EPA or if I had someone come by me and I didn't have gloves on.
Well, EPA approves it. I know you're not doing anything.
I'm just
you're not doing anything
illegal.
illegal.
If they see me doing without gloves, my protection, then they say, "Hey, what are you doing?"
But it's amazing what they approve.
Oh, I know.
Like soybeans. Soybeans, we eat it, but it was actually designed as a glue. It was just the government asked the guy to make a glue, and he made it out of soybeans, and they were like, "Hey, oh crap, we could make this into a paste and combine this fake meat together," and that's soybeans was originally a glue, and it has cancer properties.
Well, I know I don't know. I remember the day they complained about like McDonald's. Oh, you're eating soybean burgers because they use that as an additive.
Right.
But now they're putting it in our food.
They don't even have to tell us anymore what they're putting in our food.
I know.
I go in here and I get those type of books all the time. That's all I do is read. I speak 5 different languages. I go in here and I read and I read and I read because there's a lot of things that'll never be told us. And of course, we're following orders and we're doing what we have to do. But it gets to be like, wow, what are we really doing? Like,
what's really scary in my opinion? You got these waterways. This is nothing. This one. But you got I can't remember what they call it, but utilities is right there in Norfolk Boulevard. You know that waterway that goes through there? It goes up. Now, what's scary, even to me, they got road and drainage out there with boat, airboats. And they're spraying just to keep the weeds down, I guess clogging up the canals and stuff. But we drink that water. All that's filtered through them. They filter it, but do they really get all the chemicals out? I don't know. It does enter my mind.
Well, they
pump hundreds of gallons.
They were doing tests not too long ago on the bottled waters we drink, and they find medication, seizure medication, hormone medication, all these. I think it was over 70 different types of medication inside every single water. No matter where you go, you can't run from it. Unless I guess you're creating your own water some kind of way, but every single water has medication in it. Like I'm baffled because we see the state that we're in and we wonder why there's so much turmoil. Everyone goes home and says, "Man, this world is so crazy," and then we don't pay attention to the contribution that we have to the craziness.
Well, it's like, yeah, I agree.
We need the money though. and then the root of all evil goes right back to.
Yeah, I agree. Because a lot of things, I think of that too. All this chemicals, why is people getting all this weird stuff anymore? Depression and
It's everywhere.
all
It's
this
everywhere,
stuff.
right? Exactly. And then they give
so-
you the medication, and
to cover it up,
Well, I went to a zoo. The same, ironically, the same gorilla that attacked in Ohio.
yeah,
Okay, when I was in the military in Texas, and so my family and I, we went to the Brownsville Zoo,
right,
and that same gorilla was there, and I was so ashamed because I was telling my wife, I'm like, man, these animals are drugged up. That none of them had any life to them. Everything was just laying down, laying down, laying down. Well, of course, they probably wanted them to mate, so they took him off the medication. When he went and next thing you know, I'm like, yo, that's George. That's the same.
yeah.
And he went over there and went berserk. Withdrawals from the medication, just like people in the streets who are on their dope, and then they go crazy from the withdrawals. And having an insight of that, it was really scary to see. Like, yo, I know that these animals were, like, they had lions in the shade, in the cool part of the day, just laying there like they had no life at all. 40 kangaroos inside of a room, laying down. No kangaroo jumping, no kangaroo playing, even the joeys, they were laying down.
Yeah.
No one had any life, nothing had any life to it. And then to see that happen, I'm like, that's the withdrawal from the medication that they had them on. Remember I told you they were on medication? She was like, yeah, I think so too. It's all theory, but it's prevalent because we can see it.
Yeah, exactly.
But you have a blessed day, man. I was
You
just
too,
sitting
man.
there. Pleasure to meet you. Jed
too.
Beasley.
Ken, thanks.